And Donald Trump is the Wizard of Oz. He is the guy. It's a man, he plays Monopoly with real fucking buildings. This is a scary man. And he owns all these beauty pageants, Miss America, Miss Universe. Isn't that a bit like Michael Vick owning a series of pet stores? It's like, it's a fucking catch and release program for him. This is a man who said, my daughter is hot. Even people in Arkansas went, that's fucking wrong. That's just way out of place.
You know, they say all comedy is rooted in some truth, and comedians have a great time with Donald Trump because there's a lot of truth out there that people don't know about, or nobody knows the real truth except for Donald Trump. Like what Robin Williams is talking about there with his beauty pageants, his weirdness with his daughter, and his association with Russian President Vladimir Putin. So as you guys know, if you watch my channel, 40 years ago, according to a KGB agent from 40 years ago, who now lives in Austria, you know, he defected from the Russians and the KGB, probably before he got killed. He has admitted that Donald Trump was groomed as a Russian asset starting in the 1980s when he was married to Ivana Trump, a Russian woman. You know, his 3 kids are with Ivana Trump, a Russian woman, but he would take frequent trips to Russia. They used KGB agents to flatter him and take him out to nice meals and make him feel like he was a god. So, because they knew that, you know, he was a malignant narcissist, and this is the way to get to a narcissist and use him as a Russian asset. Whether he's aware of it or not, I think he is aware of it. I mean, if you look at what he's doing with Zelensky and Putin and all that stuff, it all points to Trump being well aware of him being an asset and helping Russia. So now Trump is aiding Russia, and his vice president, J.D. Vance, is on this whole, you know, Yarvin thing where they think the United States should be a corporate monarchy. You know, this Yarvin guy wrote a whole book about it, and Vance and Elon Musk and all those guys that, you know, they worship this Yarvin guy. They're in the Yarvin camp. Just watch this video on it.
So what's Trump actually trying to do with dismantling the federal government agencies and giving all these federal employee buyouts? We actually know the answer to that, because J.D. Vance and Michael Anton, who's serving as the policy director at the U.S. State Department, who's also the former managing director of BlackRock, has said that there's one individual who is guiding their thought process and who happens to be constantly communicating with individuals in the White House right now. His name is Curtis Yarvin. Curtis Yarvin believes that our current democratic republic is not working, and he wants our country to be run like a corporation with Trump as the CEO. He refers to this kind of government as a monarchy. Don't believe me that J.D. Vance and Anton support this guy? Fact check it. Yarvin, Vance, Anton, and Steve Bannon, including all the tech bros, believe that if you are more wealthy, it is because you are smarter or because you were born into a divine condition and you are therefore more worthy as a person. They want to restructure society where people who they view as worthy are more in control. Just thought you should know the truth.
BlackRock is an evil company. The CEO of BlackRock is, you know, one of Trump's former friends. He's a pretty low-key guy. He's the brother of Trump's former Department of Education lead. I can't remember her name, but, you know, BlackRock is $1 trillion company, and it's trying to take over the world, basically. It owns millions of houses in the U.S. It's a slumlord. So this corporate takeover is being spearheaded by J.D. Vance and Elon Musk. And then on the other side of things, you have the whole Putin-Trump connection. And we need to put it all together and get these guys out of office. Because one way or another, either, you know, Putin wants the U.S. to not meddle in his affairs. He wants to slowly creep into Europe, take over all the Eastern Bloc countries, Poland, Finland, all those countries, make them part of Russia again, like the Soviet Union, like when it was the Soviet Union. And then what J.D. Vance and Elon Musk and that side of the Republican right-wing mania want is for the country to be run like a corporate monarchy, you know, aka this Curtis Yarvin guy. So this is why we need to elect independents like Bernie Sanders, and basically you need to get out and vote and get these guys out of office. In the right wing, there's this whole meritocracy thing, but if you think about it and you look into it, the right wing, most of the people who are pushing for this right wing meritocracy did not earn their positions in society. I mean, think Donald Trump, Elon Musk. They were both born into very wealthy families, and once you're, people say Elon Musk started his first company with just $25,000 when he was 24 years old. His father says that he gave him more than $25,000, but it's more than just that. The $25,000. It's the fact that you have a family that's supporting you. You have a backdrop, like they paid for your college. You don't have college loans. They paid for your cars. You don't have to worry about getting from place to place. Everything was handed to you. That's not a meritocracy. That's just being born rich. It's nepotism, not meritocracy. This whole meritocracy jargon they give all the time is a lot of BS. People need a hand up. DEI is, works both ways. If, in my opinion, Elon Musk and Donald Trump were DEIs because they got everything from their family. A lot of people start with nothing from their family. They have to work their way up, and some people become successful, some people don't, but it's the whole starting on third base thing. It's a lot easier. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's an idiot, and he's been so successful in business, partially because of his help from the Russians and basically his, criminal acts. He's, stolen money. He doesn't pay his contractors. He's gotten illegal bank loans. He's frauded on his taxes. He was accused of that. 34 felony accounts on tax fraud. So don't buy this whole meritocracy thing. Whatever you do, Curtis Yarvin is a fraud. They just want all the money and all the land and all the power. Thanks, guys. I'm here on the Spin Cycle to tell it to you straight. Like, subscribe, comment. See you next time.